Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel TheEastWind, and in today's video, we'll be sharing a reaction and commentary on a statement made by our friend Jay Palfrey, and we will discuss Sadhguru's opinion on religion. And guys, if the content of the video is thought-provoking, then help us reach Jay, his viewers, by liking and sharing this video and by tagging him. Moving on, in this video, Jay was asked, what would you like to say to non-Muslim, especially those who have a prejudice against Islam? The response given by Jay was not satisfactory because it was an emotional response. It lacked logic. Let's take a look at what he said.
If there was a chance to speak to whole non-Muslims in the world, especially for the ones who have prejudice to Islam, what would you like to say if you had 1 minute?
Learn from your own personal experiences, not the media. Travel the world, travel to Muslim majority countries, and give yourself the opportunity and the time to speak to Muslims and learn about their journey, their stories and their life, because I promise it will never be what the media says. And also, when you travel around the world and if you see any kind of negativity, just know that Islam is perfect and Muslims are not.
So Jay's advice for those who have a prejudice against Islam, those who dislike Islam, is that you should learn about Islam from personal experience. Travel to Muslim majority countries and engage in conversation with Muslims. And this is how Jay believes that one can overcome prejudice against Islam. Well, if you just take this approach and make decisions and judgment by just interacting with people and not knowing the fundamental philosophy that they follow, then with this approach, we will be appreciating the Nazi philosophy also, isn't it? So just interacting with Muslim is a very wrong approach to form a judgment about Islam. The correct way to form a judgment would be to read about the theology and the fundamentals of Islam. For example, as a Muslim, what is considered to be the best deed in Islam? What are the top 3 best deeds in Islam for a practicing Muslim? I think this should be the fundamental question we should ask to those who propagate and advocate for Islam. So in today's video, let us discuss the top 3 best deeds and the obligation for a Muslim as recommended by the Prophet Muhammad and Islamic theology. Sahih Bukhari Hadith number 26 talks about the best deed. Allah's Messenger was asked, what is the best deed? He replied, to believe in Allah and His Apostle. So this is the first best deed, to believe in Allah and His Apostle. The questioner then asked, what is next in goodness? He replied, to participate in jihad, religious fighting in Allah's cause. So the second best deed is to participate in jihad, religious fighting in Allah's cause. The questioner then asked, what is next in goodness? He replied, to perform Hajj. So the third best deed is to perform Hajj. So one of the best deeds in Islam is to participate in jihad, religious fighting in Allah's cause. And this Sunnaton best deed is mentioned in many places. Sunnah Nasai 2624. Which deed is the best? He said jihad in the cause of Allah. Sahih Bukhari 7534. To participate in jihad in the Allah's cause. Riyad as-Salihin 1273. Which deed is the best? He replied jihad, holy fighting in the cause of Allah. Musnad Ahmad 83. Which deed is the best? He was told jihad for the sake of Allah. So from these hadith, it is established that one of the best deeds in Islam for a practicing Muslim, according to Prophet Muhammad, is to do jihad, religious fighting in Allah's cause. And now let us understand what is Allah's cause. To understand what is Allah's cause, we have to go back to the previous hadith number 25 of Sahih Bukhari. Allah's Messenger said, I have been ordered by Allah to fight against the people until they testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and that Muhammad is Allah's messenger, and they offer the prayer perfectly and give obligatory charity. So if they perform that, then they save their life and property from me. If they perform that, then they save their life and property from me. So Allah's cause is to make you testify that no other God has the right to be worshipped except Allah. And then only your life and property are saved, else you will be killed. And this is the best deed in Islam, to do jihad, religious fighting in Allah's cause. And this Allah's cause is explained in many hadith. Sunnah Nasai 3969. I have been commanded to fight the people until they bear witness to La ilaha illallah. Jamaat Tirmidhi 2606. I have been ordered to fight the people until they say La ilaha illallah. If they say that, then their blood and wealth will be protected from me. Sunnah Ibn Majah 71. I have been commanded to fight the people until they testify to La ilaha illallah. So from this hadith, it is established that Allah's cause is to make Muslim fight until you say La ilaha illallah. If you don't say it, your blood and wealth will not be protected. Muslims are ordered to kill you in that case. And this is what the Prophet Muhammad preached. So to recap, Brother Jay, and to put this bluntly, one of the best deeds in Islam is to fight just because non-Muslims reject the faith in Allah and the Prophet Muhammad. And Muslims are commanded to kill and murder non-Muslim, loot and plunder their property if they reject Islam. And this is the essence of Islam. These are the core Islamic fundamentals, and this is the best action, best deed for a practicing Muslim. And these are not my words. This is what the book says. And one cannot learn this by interacting with people or by traveling to Muslim majority countries. The only way to learn this is by reading the holy books of Islam. And I'm sure, Brother Jay, you don't know this. No one told you about the best deeds in Islam. And let me tell you what went wrong. The reason why you don't know any of this is because you were emotionally manipulated with the questions like, what if as a non-Muslim you die tomorrow? You will go to hell. So first accept Islam now. Then you can learn about Islam. Take the first step now. So these are the emotional and manipulative techniques which are usually used to convert people to Islam. And if my analysis is wrong, then tell me, did Muslim whom you interacted with, did they tell you about the best deeds in Islam? I bet no Muslim have told you about this, the basic best deed in Islam. You, my friend, are a victim of false advertisement, and with incomplete knowledge, you are advocating for Islam. And if you truly follow this path, then you will now know then what kind of actions are prescribed for you. The best deed, fighting the non-Muslim for Allah's cause. And Brother Jay, if you think you are not a victim of false advertisement, if you knew about this, then do tell your audience about the best deed in Islam and how you, as a Muslim, are going to follow the prescribed best deed. Are you willing to fight the non-Muslim, loot and plunder their property and their women for not accepting Islam? I hope you will educate your audience about this and you will tell your stance on this. Now, let us see Sadhguru's perspective on religion.
See, we must understand this. Though nobody wants to spell it out, nobody wants to say it, it is written not in one, in many religious books across the world, it is written clearly, those who are not like you deserve to be killed. Let's come to the point. I know, this may bring things upon myself, but it's okay. Not in any one book, in many books it is written clearly. Those who do not believe the same things that I believe must die, they are fit to die, they are unfit to live here. This is clearly there. So because people are claiming it is the word of God, they don't have the courage to amend the book. It is time that you take sensible part of people who believe in these books and say, see, if you edit these 10 pages, your book will become wonderful.
So, unfortunately, Sadhguru, Muslim cannot amend these pages as these are the fundamentals of Islam. These are the best deed which are prescribed in Islam by the Prophet Muhammad. A good practicing Muslim, not the munafiq Muslim, but a practicing Muslim, have to indulge in jihad, religious fighting in Allah's cause. And of course, not all practicing Muslim are expected to go out and kill, because jihad for Allah's cause can be performed in many ways. Hadith number 3096, Sunnah Nasai. The Prophet Muhammad said, strive against the idolater with your wealth, your hand and your tongue. So jihad, religious fighting can be done in many ways. Jihad with wealth can be done by contributing money to the jihadis and the radical organization through charity, zakat. And jihad with tongue can be done by doing dawah of Islam, by not giving non-Muslim the full knowledge of Islam, by not telling them the prescribed best deed. So, emotional manipulation and deception would be classified as jihad by tongue. And jihad by tongue can also be done by whitewashing the crimes of radicals, by not calling convicted Muslims as terrorists, blaming everything on America or Jews. And last, of course, jihad can be done with hands, that is by killing non-Muslim if they do not accept Islam. So Sadhguru, this book cannot be amended, and I understand your position. You cannot say these things openly. Hence, I request everybody to just spread knowledge on Islam. Just keep on asking this one powerful question: what are the best deeds in Islam? And guys, again, for the sake of YouTube algorithm, I request you guys to kindly like and comment and share this video on Jay Palfrey's YouTube comment section and on his social media handles, and make this video visible to Jay and his fans. And if you want to support our work, kindly consider becoming a patron. Thank you guys for watching, sharing and caring, and do not stay away from Islam.